Well, hello there. Here we go. Yeah, my channel's been trolled again by one of the Belfield followers. The guy's name was Zulu Warrior in the first place. So this is a guy that started to dox me. He was going to all sorts of other channels. Give him his due. Andy the Gabby Cabby told him to cut it out because doxing people online is illegal. But yeah, Zulu Warrior then went on to troll a LinkedIn account that just happened to have the same name as me, and he also did other things as well, which we won't go into now. But apparently he's got himself a new channel, and he's now trolling my channel again. So he's now found himself blocked and out the window. I've had another person say to me, "Oh, my respect for you has gone down because you follow an auditor." Well, Focus Pocus isn't an auditor. And if you think that because I like to follow somebody, that makes me less of a person, it's like saying to me, "Oh, you don't like plain crisps, or you like Mars bars, do you?" Well, I'm not going to like you if you like Mars bars. That's ridiculous. It's my choice. I watch whatever I want to watch, and if I think that Focus Pocus is worth a mention, then I mention him. The fact that he's not an auditor is number one, and secondly, he was out protecting your rights and my rights to film in public. Anything that you can see from a public place, you can film. Now, under the Criminal Justice Act 1972, this is section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, you can photograph anything your eyes can see from a public place, and anything deemed public is anywhere that the public can go. For example, Flamingoland, although it's private, the public are allowed in. So, therefore, you can take photographs in public. Now, the law is quite clear on this, and that's why Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972 was invented, so it gave the police the powers to arrest you in a public place. That's because if you are doing a public nuisance, then you have to be in a public place to be arrested for a public nuisance. Any of these public order offences that you get, you have to be in a public place. So that's why the Criminal Justice Act came about for Section 33. Anyway, I'm waffling on. But Focus Pocus only does videos on these useless security guards and these stupid policemen that don't know the law. Now, he was stood outside a disused fertilizer factory taking videos, and the security guards came up to him. They could barely string a sentence together in English, were telling him that it was against the law. Now, Focus Pocus asked them what the law was, and these two security guards came back with, "What law?" Yeah, exactly, there isn't a law. There's no law preventing you from taking photographs, as I said. So he was stood on a public place, on a disused land outside the factory. The factory had been shut down for 2.5 years, so there was no danger of anything going on. If it was a danger to the public, they would have put up warning signs and put up further fences. And they would have had an FRZ, was flight restriction zone, over the place. But there wasn't. He was stood on public land taking photographs of anything that he could see. Anyway, these 3 coppers turned up. That's 2 police cars and 3 coppers turned up. The first one was okay. He went off to speak to the reporting party, which they should do first to find out if there is actually an offence being committed before they go and harass the innocent party. Anyway, these 2 coppers that turned up were absolutely pathetic. They had no idea of the laws that they were trying to impose. The female copper kept making assumptions, making accusations, trying to fish for this or fish for that, and she was absolutely dreadful, and Focus Pocus owned the lot of them. Now, he was saying, well, if it is illegal, why don't you arrest me? Well, yeah, exactly. Well, it's not illegal, is it? I've got my flyer ID. I've got the drone assist app. I know where I can and cannot fly, and what you're doing is harassment, and it is harassment. Preventing someone from doing a legal activity is harassment. I know, because someone was telling me about how another viewer of mine was telling me how he was out fishing and someone came up to him and says, I don't want you photographing me. Well, you're 100 metres away, mate. You know, you weren't even a pinprick on my camera lens until you walked up to the camera. Same as me when I was down at the canal bank a year ago. Someone come up and said, oh, I don't want you taking pictures of me. Well, I wasn't taking pictures of you. I haven't taken pictures of you, and I won't take pictures of you. So leave me alone. And he kept going on about, oh, privacy, these privacy. Well, there is no expectation of privacy in public. Well, anyway, I had a good old rant for 5 minutes, but trust me, there is no expectation of privacy in public. If a cameraman came outside your house, started taking pictures of your house, there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is to draw the curtains. I know you might not feel comfortable with it, but he has a legal right to take a picture of his house, of your house, outside your house, as long as he's on public property. The same as Google Cars. When Google Cars came round, they took a picture of the street view. They took a picture of your house. Now, I can look it up online. I can see my house from multiple angles. I can see my house from above. I can see my wife's old car. Now, if you were to Google one of the takeaways across the road there, you would see a picture of Sarah's old car parked outside, because the cameraman took a picture of the takeaway shop and Sarah's car was in the photo, in the image. So there's nothing stopping you from taking pictures from a public place. And the amount of people that think that there's privacy laws. Privacy laws don't apply to individuals. Privacy laws only apply to corporations and businesses like the police or, say, Marks and Spencers. They can't come out and take a picture of you in public without you being able to access that photograph to see what they're doing with it. Anyway, so I rambled on. I've gone on for far longer than I expected. So I'm going to get this uploaded and see you all later. I'm going to do my vlog now. Anyway, see you later. Bye then.